think in today's game it's necessary to have a big three to win a championship when we're looking at teams like the Clippers or the Sixers that just have two?
I don't think it's necessary. It's definitely a model that people can follow. It's always taken championships. Excuse me. It's always taken talent to win championships. I mean, you could go back, into the 80s with Magic and Kareem. It was more of a dynamic duo game, Dr. J, Moses Malone. And then as we got into the latter years of basketball, as it evolved, Michael Jordan and the Bulls kind of set the tone for the talent that it's going to take to win a championship. And that's with MJ. That's with Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, the teammates that he had, Dennis Rodman. You could argue that was a big three. A very underrated Ron Harper was on that second three-peat team. It's always going to take a tremendous amount of talent to win a championship. With that said, you still have to come together as a team. Basketball is still a team sport. It's very difficult to gel together to get that continuity that's needed on the court on both offense and on defense to win a championship, because it's great, to have a Kevin Durant or a Steph Curry, but if there is no connection between those two guys, then, you're probably not going to be successful. So it still takes a lot to gel as a team, and you have to have talent. So it's like that perfect mix of both that you need to win an NBA championship.
I think the answer to the question is yes. There are always exceptions to the rule. Like if someone gets hurt, you know what I mean? Like the Warriors got hurt so Kawhi could grab it because they really didn't have their whole team there. And two of the guys got hurt really because Clay also went down. But he ain't getting no wins without Chris Bosh. You need a big three nowadays. Look, let's just look at the winners. You could even say, well, except for when you have two MVP, because not every big three is created equal. You have LeBron and AD. Those are two MVP caliber players. Those are an enormous two, not just a big three. But playoff Rondo. I don't know that the Lakers get out of the West right now. Let's see if Schroeder can be like a Rondo. Rondo, when the playoffs come around, is an all-star, right? Okay, look at the winners. I mentioned, Toronto won because Golden State got hurt. The KD, Steph, Clay, Dre Warriors won 2. Before that, LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. Before that, Kevin Love and Kyrie were hurt. So the big three on the Warriors won. Before that, the Heat and the Spurs went back and forth with at least 3 Hall of Famers on each team. With the Spurs, you might look and say 4 because Kawhi was young. He won Finals MVP. And, he was the big 3, or is it kind of like a pretty big 4, right? If it's not exactly a big, go on and on and on. It maybe once upon a time, if you had a prime Kobe with Gasol and a whole bunch of other good players, maybe you don't need that third all-star. But in the last 10 years, boy, I'll tell you what, maybe 1 out of 10 years, you can win without a big 3. Otherwise, pretty good idea to have at least 3 all-stars on the team.
First of all, a couple of things. Number one, Tony Parker could really play. Manu Ginobili could really, really play. They weren't considered the elite individual talents in the NBA. They could just really play with a superstar in Tim Duncan. Okay? When we look at Draymond Green before Kevin Durant arrived, they had gone to back-to-back finals and won a chip with Steph and Clay. And at the time that Steph and Clay won the championship, they weren't considered 2 superstars. It was really about Steph and Clay could really shoot. We elevated our level of appreciation by watching these guys perform. When we looked at the Detroit Pistons, Chauncey, Tayshaun, Rasheed Wallace, Bennett Wallace, these brothers could play. But as individual talents, you didn't look at them and say, superstar, 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 Chauncey Billups, of course, Rip Hamilton.
We'll bring up the Mavs now with Dirk.
Time out. We didn't look at them like that. My only point in saying that is saying this. If you look, for example, at a Chris Middleton and you look at a Drew Holiday, is it plausible that teams like that with a superstar that acts like a superstar, meaning plays like a superstar in a big moment, can he propel guys with that level of talent to the promised land?
No.
History has shown that can hold on.
Not without
we
injury.
Heard you.
Not without injury.
We heard you. I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. I sat here and shut my mouth and listened to your dribble. All I'm saying is this. You look throughout history. When we talk about LeBron went to 4 NBA Finals with the Miami Heat and then 4 more in Cleveland. He went to 8 straight NBA Finals. The Golden State Warriors went to 5 NBA Finals straight. You act like there's like 8 or 9 teams that all had super teams and they all won titles. No, we're talking about the same dudes that have just been dominant over the last decade.
That's exactly how do you look at the facts and come up to the opposite conclusion of the truth? LeBron only went to Cleveland because they got so many first overalls that they could get. Not only Kyrie, but trade for Kevin Love. He had 2 dudes.
Were you not the one that said Kyrie? Were you not the one that said Kyrie Irving? Kyrie Irving never did a damn. You, not me. You said Kyrie Irving. You said Kyrie Irving never did a damn thing until LeBron arrived. And I said to you, Kyrie was a baby.
He was an all-star still. The point is, every example you use, even the ones that actually are true, like Detroit from 2004, that's the exception that proves the rule. If you talk about, well, they went to the finals, they won one. Yeah, because LeBron was without a big 3 because both dudes got hurt. So then the other big 3 won. And talk about the Spurs, Tim Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, Kawhi. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty big 4, actually. Sorry.
I would say one of the things that's interesting about this year is, of course, everybody's looking to the Nets to be successful with their big 3. Their challenge is going to be lack of playing time together. You know, if you look at the top teams in the league, record-wise, if you look at Phoenix, if you look at Utah, if you look at Denver, even Philly, you can argue that there is no big 3 construct with those teams. So it will be a very interesting playoffs to kind of see what really transpires, what will be important, and what rises to the top, because this might be the year that the big 3 scenario might not work out.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.